Hi there, my name is Ali Budak, and I'm going to be talking about a game that I made, a 2D platformer game, Mario-like, and I made it in Unity, and let me show you the gameplay first. Here's our character. He can jump, he can double jump, he can move, walk, and he can collect coins. And our mission is obviously collect the coins and kill the enemies, save the princess. So we collect those coins. If you hit the spike, you die. There are checkpoints. Once you hit a checkpoint, afterwards you die. You respawn at that checkpoint. So let's go. Oh shoot. There's a checkpoint. You can't see, but there is. So if I die, I come here. And as you can see at the left top corner, there's our score label. It increases if I collect coins, and it decreases if I die. So there's a checkpoint too. So here's our first enemy. Boom. I didn't show you this, but we can actually shoot magic, I don't know, and its animation changes. The shoot can't hit spikes or coins, but it can hit the tile or an enemy. Yeah, so the level is pretty much like this. It will I will build the rest of it, but it's like this now. So let me uh, let me show how this works. So yes, in hierarchy, the all items that I use is present. So level border means the bottom level border that if player reaches, it respawns, dies and respawns. Level manager is the all things that uh, being handled in a level. So I will show the code and things will be clearer. Main camera is obviously the camera that follows us, our player. Character is obviously our character. In character, we have ground check and we have magic point. Magic point is this orange fella, and it's it's about where we shoot the magic. I mean, from this point, magic goes. If I turn my player horizontally, magic point turns horizontally too. So here's our tiles. There are much of them. Tiles are these guys, and canvas is pretty much the grid that we have. In canvas, we have this score point here, as you can see, and score title. Score title the is this one, and score counter is this one. We have coins, and they are everywhere. And as you may have seen, coins have an animation. Coins turns always. So let me show you the coins. See, they look awesome. And so we have spikes. Spikes are these guys that kills a player. We have checkpoints that player, oh no, the yes player can see in the game while playing the game. So checkpoint one is here, the second one, and the third one. If you hit one of these, I mean, if you hit the inside of the radius and die, player respawns here, not the before checkpoint, this one. And we have enemies. This little guy from hell, I guess. He have an animation while walking. And he has two balls here. One of them is checking if there is an enemy, and this one is checking if the edge is here. I mean, this green one always touches the tile. When it touches the space, it turns immediately. So yes, it's pretty much it. Also, we have assets here. They all things that we made our game. So there's our animations, coin animation, as I said, the turning of the coin, enemies walking, our characters idle state. Idle state means, as you can see, our character is like breathing. This is idle state, the state that you don't do anything actually. We have jumping. Our character jumps like a boss. And we have magic animation. And it's pretty much like this. You see his hands changing. And we have our walking animation. As you can see, our player can walk. So yes, the crucial part is our scripts, the codes that I wrote for the game, that when I press D, player walks forward, when I press A, player walks backward. So the code is the way that you can tell the player to do this, to do that. See? So animations then are artful. Uh, we if you're making a game, the coding is not the only part. You have to design how a player look, how a player, how an enemy look, how your coin will be. So I found those on internet because I'm not a designer. But if there isn't a copyright, you can pretty much use it in your game. As you can see, there are all states of your player that you can use. I mean, if you're going to punch, if you want to add a punch feature to your player, you can use those sprites and make an animation and play that animation when you hit. That's pretty much it. So not only my players, but there are all kinds of states of my enemy or my spikes or my tile. So yeah, art is the things that we use in the game, how the things look like. I mean, prefabs is the one of the best things in Unity, the program that I use to make this game. So prefabs are Once you create a checkpoint here and use it on your game, if you drag your checkpoint to prefabs, it will save the features of your checkpoint. I mean the circle collider or its script. Save it, and you can use this always on your game. It's like prepared for you to use in the same format. So you add things that you will use a lot to the prefabs. So tile, I mean, its features will be the same, right? This tile is same with this one. So you add those to prefabs and you can use like always. So we have our scenes. Uh, these are the levels. I mean, if you finish a level and go the second one, you open a level 2. But I didn't do that just yet, so I only have a level 1. So we have our scripts, as I talked about. So as you can see, my camera controller script. You can pretty much guess what this does do. So if I open it, here is our code. That's so. Uh, I mean, at the beginning, it finds our player and it sets the following to true because we want camera to follow our player at the beginning, right? So then we say if is following is true, then change its position to our player. That's it. That's what you wanna use. And so wait for it. So camera controller is like that. We have checkpoint script. Checkpoints is like working with our level manager. And if in checkpoint script I wrote if our player, our character hits to a checkpoint's radius, at level manager we set this checkpoint to current checkpoint, as you will see at level manager script. So we have our coin pickup script that that's pretty much do if our player hits a coin, that coin will destroy itself and play an animation, this yellow sparkles, and add a point to our points label, score label. And we have enemy patrol script. This is pretty much how do I make my player walk, and how do I make turn him horizontally when he hits space. So in those two lines, I my enemy checks if he's hitting a wall or if he's at the edge. Then if he's hitting a wall or there's a space, his move right value changed to minus move right, and this this provides us to our enemy turn when he hits the wall. So then we have our player controller script. This is a long one because it controls our player, how it moves. So in here we check if our player is grounded. his feet touches the ground. And in here, if input key get key down, key code that space. This means if you hit space, it jumps. And if it's grounded, of course. If you hit space, and if it's not grounded, and if it's not double jumped yet, it jumps again. But it sets double jump to true. So you can jump like 4 times. You only can jump or double jump. This is provides this. And if we hit D, it's move forward. If we hit A, it moves backwards. So this is pretty much it. And there is our animations. If you hit M, it shoots the magic and plays the magic animation. So this is pretty much it. So in this score manager script, as you can obviously understand, we increase our score by collecting coins, or by dying we decrease it. In Magic Controller, we control our shooting. I mean, if magic hits the enemy, it destroys the enemy and adds the score. If we hit coins or spikes, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, in our level manager, uh, the level manager is pretty much about respawning our player when it dies. So it is a long code, but pretty much we disable our player when he dies. We disable the camera following. We decrease our score when it dies. Then we wait for wait. Then we wait for seconds. We have a respawn delay. So if you die, the game waits like 2 seconds. Then it respawns our player. And when delay finishes, we enable our player. We set camera following to true. So yeah, this is pretty much it. With those scripts, you can control all the things that you have on the screen. So this is how you make a game on Unity. And if you wanna see how animations are done, so let me see. Wait. Which one is this? Wait. Okay. So as you can see, I added all the states that I want in an animation. Then I change its FPS, frames per time, per second, sorry. So as you can see, it changed the sprites according to this number, and it looks pretty cool. And we have our idle state here. So the idle state is like breathing and doing nothing. And our walking state, it's like this. If I press A, it horizontally turns. So does our animation. Yeah. So here's our jumping state. It's like our player jumps, and here's our magic state. Our players look like a magician. So animation is about this, and we have animator. This is where you make transitions between states. I mean, while you are idle, if you wanna walk, your speed is greater than 0, 0.1. If you want to change from walking to idle, your speed has to be lesser than 0.1. If you wanna jump, you'd like to jump from any state, whether you are walking or idle, any state, and you have not to be grounded. And if you are grounded, you go back to idle. Yes, this is pretty much it. How you make a game on Unity, and I'll add a lot of another enemies, uh, cool background, new things to my character, and a menu, of course. So this is the very beginning, but no matter what, I wanted to show you. So thanks for watching. Bye.